welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again here at FSR and we are getting ready for the last round of the 2017 Winter Series. Today we are driving round 6 at the Dubai Autodrome in Dubai. And my name is Felix van Delft, and once again I am joined today by Christopher Raby. Welcome.
Hi Felix, hi everyone. Yep, final round of the Winter Series. Martin Stefanko seems to have a pretty good lead at the minute, but 2 more races, plenty of points up for grabs. Can't make no mistakes, otherwise that believe a 28-point gap is going to evaporate quite quickly.
Yes, indeed. Of course, the championship standings at the moment are, I believe, Martin Stefanko leading, and we just grab them real quickly. Qualifying has just started. I think most guys are now doing their first laps. So the standings for the championship at the moment is Martin Stefanko indeed leading by quite a big margin. And then it is Blair Disley, and then Michi Hoyer in third, followed by James Satter and Lucas Schmidt, who both have the same amount of points. So that's going to be interesting to see what they can do. The winner of this series, I believe, does get a free license for the 2017 season. So that's quite useful, I think, for Martin Stefanko.
Yes, it is indeed. It's always good to get the Winter Series and get used to racing after the Christmas break and everything. So yeah, it's a good prize. I think I think Martin would love to have that, and I suppose Blair Disley will as well. So yeah, it should be a very interesting race and hopefully get some good action.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we once again have almost 30 cars on the grid here, and well, the last couple of races have been very exciting, and I don't think today is going to be anything less. Of course, this is a little bit of a different track than Valencia that we had last week. There are less bridges you can crash into, or ad boards so you can fly into, a la Mark Webber. But it's a nice track in my opinion. It's quite a bit different than most of the tracks we use in the regular season, and we've used in the Winter Series as well.
Yeah, it's a fantastic track, I got to admit. Sector 1's very, very unique in the way that it's got some blind corners and it's got loads of camber changes. It requires, quite a lot of confidence and a pretty good setup in order to get a good lap time around here.
Yeah, so first times now are starting to come in. At the moment it is Luke McGuire leading the qualifying session with a 1:30.909. It's looking good for him, but of course there are still a lot of guys who haven't set a lap yet. Omar Rasool is at the moment on a lap. Let's see what he is able to do here in Dubai. You can see the track, quite a lot of camber changes, and that is, I think, what makes the track different and maybe also a little bit more difficult than other tracks. But let's see what he can do. 2 purple sectors, middle and first sector, and it goes a bit wide there, a bit too much wide to be quite honest. But he puts in a 1:30.743, putting himself on the top of the chart at the moment. However, Martin Stefanko is also on a lap at the moment. He's purple in the second sector as well. He's coming out of the last corner now. Keeps it nice and tight between the white lines, and he goes to second place. Only 16,000 between him and Omar. Very close.
And Luke McGuire's just gone fastest in the first sector.
Yep.
Currently P3 at the minute.
Yeah, Michi Hoyer just put in a time to put himself up to P4. All the times now starting to come in. Luke McGuire indeed on an improvement. A little bit of tire smoke there coming to the third sector. See what he can do. Now entering the last corner on the power again. on the limit with the lines there. Does improve himself, but it is not enough to get past Stefanko or Omar. So it is really close though. Only half a tenth between P1 and P3. Very close here in the qualifying session at the moment. And we are not done yet. I mean, we're not even halfway yet. So let's see. I've got quite some new names here today compared to the other ones in the series. Steven Fischer, he might have been here before, I'm not sure. Peter Schutze, Javier Torres, and Nico, and Thomas Andrea. So yeah. Couple of new guys once again here in the Winter Series. Always good to see new guys trying out how they compare against the older rods here in the Winter Series. I mean, we've got Michi Hoyer, Blair Disley, of course, Danny van der Niet, Lucas Schmidt, Martin Stefanko. A lot of guys that have proven themselves already in the FSR regular season. And let's see what they can do here, if they can beat up the new kids in town.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the whole point of his Winter Series is to get new people in, you know, get them to get used to the way FSR works and, you know, get their nose in the door, you know, sort of thing, so they can, you know, find a team and race in, you know, one of the series that we got on offer for 2017.
Yep. Omar is once again on a lap. Didn't improve himself in the first sector, quite a bit off actually. Already 2/10, cutting it really close with the white lines once again there. Needs to watch out with that. I mean, there are rules in FSR, and that do apply in the Winter Series as well. So, second sector, not a real big improvement. Still 2/10 down on his own time. Let's see what he can do in the last sector. Through the cambered corners. Coming through the last corner now. And once again, really wide over the white lines. And I would say once again, that is an invalid lap. But he puts himself so far on pole position 130.733.
Yeah, I was just on board with Michi Hoyer. He spun it on the exit of turn 2 there. Into the barrier, lost his rear wing, you know. not the best way to start a lap, you know, 15 seconds in and to spin it. You know, that's never the best thing to do.
Now, of course, that is not the best thing to do. If you guys that are watching are new to these FSR streams, the qualifying session basically is a limited qualifying session. You only have 12 laps in total that a driver can do. So that's basically 4 out lap, hot lap and an in lap. So 3 laps as combination, and then you can do that 4 times. So basically 4 tries to get your best time in here. And sometimes that's quite challenging. I mean, if you screw up 1 lap, then you can't do another lap. It's not that you then have a free try left. So you really have to make sure you get all those laps in and don't put the pressure up too high, because maybe you will make mistakes easily.
Yeah, exactly. And it's as you pointed out, you know, it's not as bad in the Winter Series as it is in the regular series, because you know it's private qualifying for the Winter Series. So you know they can get the laps in whenever. They don't have to worry about traffic and timing or anything. So you know that's going towards them, but you know, once the regular series gets going, then that's going to be, you know, an issue, especially with 30 cars on the grids.
Yep.
Hello, can I come in?
Oh dear. It is Mr. Paling also here joining us in the commentary booth. This is going to be an interesting...
Hello, everybody. I'm a little late, so I've brought coffee and cake. I hope you're thirsty and need a snack.
I'm good thirsty.
Oh, apologies for my lateness. How are we going for the qualifying session then? I see Omar sitting on pole at the moment.
Yeah, Omar, however, a little bit questionable. Did cut the track on the final corner probably, so Don't know if he will keep his time at the end of the session. At the moment I'm looking at Kevin Ryan. He's looking to improve his time well good. I mean, already almost 3/10 up after the second sector. Now coming through the last sector. Looks quite tight. Little bit of twitchiness there on the exit. He also a lot of tire smoke. Bit of understeer. Keeps it within the lines. And let's see what he can do. Puts himself not further up. Keeps it in 4th position. Does improve with 2.5 tenths. Puts himself a little bit closer to Luke Maguire, who is in 3rd position.
Yeah, very good lap there from Kevin. He's a new name, isn't he? I haven't seen him in the Winter Series so far.
Oh.
So,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
My rFactor just stopped working.
Oh.
So you guys gonna have to do the radio commentary.
Oh, radio
again.
commentary going old school now.
Yeah,
okay.
here we go. Let me see. I'll just switch to the loading screen. Mute this. So yeah, if you guys could do a kind of radio commentary, I will try to get rFactor going again.
Yep. So Omar has just gone a tenth faster now, so he's nearly 1.5 tenths faster than Martin Stefanko, who I believe still has a few more laps left in him. Yep. Martin has 2 more fast laps. He's just coming around sector 1 now on his out lap.
Okay, I'm going to have to give you a quick apology. Mine has stopped working as well. So if me joining is what has caused Felix to fail there, then I do apologise.
No problem, no problem.
Part of the Winter Series is obviously testing for the drivers, but also the broadcast teams as well. So if this is a situation of joining late causing a problem, at least we know not to do it when it comes to the regular season.
Yeah.
That's a fair shout.
It's a good way of trying to get myself out of trouble anyway.
Yeah, the beginning of the season is closing in, and I think we have my rFactor working again. Let's see. Just get this working again. Turning the things off we don't need. Right, here we go. So let's switch back to the game. Let's watch that beautiful transition once again. Very nice. But yeah, it is getting closer now, the start of the season. Unfortunately, we have had a little
delay.
A little delay indeed for the start of the season. The first round, Melbourne, has been delayed to a later point in the season, unfortunately, because we needed more time to prepare the mod for next year. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but yeah, it's better to race with a finished and good mod than race with a halfly finished and mod that has problems. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it as well. You know, it's more practice. I don't think anyone can really complain with more practice.
I think there's some people that might complain, but they're not necessarily fully aware of the situation and why it's been delayed. And for me personally, the car's got to be right or near enough right, and then you can do the first race. If the guys creating the car and the tracks feel that they need a bit more time, you've got to give it to them.
Exactly. Especially with the mod changing all the time now, you know.
Omar. I was just watching Omar. A big slide through the first sector. Or is it this outlet? No, it's first sector. So that's not helping him at all. However,
this is his last lap.
Yeah, this is it. Did it? Yeah, good spot there. This is his last lap.
And being half a second down is never the best thing to be, be in.
Indeed. So this is gonna be do or die in the second sector and the last sector. Let's see what he can do in the second sector. It's not looking good for Omar Rasool. We don't see the difference now, unfortunately, in the plugin because it doesn't have the data from the last attempts he did. But I can assure you that he is not really improving by that much. Maybe this last corner, nope. That's a spin in the last corner, and that is qualifying over for Omar Rasol. And we have 2.5 minutes remaining, almost 3 minutes remaining in the session, and I think there are quite a lot of guys that still have one attempt left. Martin Stefanko has one attempt left. Kevin Ryan, Luke Maguire, Michi Hoyer, Blair Disley. Stephen Fisher is unfortunately already done. Matthew Tucson is just starting his outlap, I believe, to do his last attempt. And Lucas Schmidt still has an attempt left. So yeah, we are not done yet. Definitely not. We're gonna be heating up in the last seconds of this qualifying session, I think.
At least this isn't like the elimination qualifying they had in Formula 1 last year. Where you got 2 minutes left and no one's out on track.
That was definitely a plan that didn't last very long, wasn't it? I don't think anybody liked that particular type of qualifying in main Formula 1. I mean, I don't think something like that would work in this either. I mean, if you ended up sort of having a qualifying session where you're involved for the first 5 minutes, but then for another 15 or 25 minutes you sat there doing nothing but watching, it's to keep people uninterested rather than create excitement.
Exactly, and the new qualifying system that was brought in, halfway through last season, for FSR, definitely is working a lot better than I originally thought. With the 12 laps instead of the time session. But yeah, it adds an element of consistency and also an element of you just can't do one lap. You need to do loads of laps to get the pace out of the car. Can't just keep going around hot lapping. You just need to do 4 laps.
Okay, just to let you know, Mike Stefanko, he's on an out lap at the moment, getting ready to set himself up for another flying lap. We've got Blair Disley, Tucson on flying laps, and Mark Hutchinson also on a lap. And Javier Toros, that's a name I've not seen before, he's also out there. And Thomas Andrea, all on hot laps at the moment.
Yep. Yeah, I mentioned earlier already, quite some new names, even for the Winter Series here in the last round. Good to see, of course.
Well, for the new guys that are joining, I mean, new names to us, obviously Winter Series is coming to an end at the moment, but if they enjoy the car and things like that, that's what the AMA is for when the regular season gets going. These guys can come and get involved in that and then see what they're able to do and have teams keep an eye on them to see if they end up with a full drive.
Exactly, and to make AMA even more attractable this year, it is free of charge, so anyone can join and race. As long as you got a copy of rFactor 2, you can race for free.
So Tucson did improve his time. Did he improve position as well? He's in 9th position at the moment. So might have just improved his position. Lucas Schmidt is on an outlap just behind Tucson. With a very small gap in between them. Let's see. It does not improve. So Lucas Schmidt. Oh, that's the second sector. Sorry. So still a sector to go for Lucas Schmidt, and I believe Martin Stefanko's also on a flying lap.
Yeah, he's a little bit down in the second sector, but he's still got one more sector to go.
Alright, so let's see what Schmidt can do coming out of the last corner. He does improve, puts himself up to 9th position once again. 131.8 for him. And Martin Stefanko, also improvement, but it is not enough. Omar Rasol topping the cheats here. For now, let's see. Jacob Reed is, I think, the only car still on track, finishing his lap at the moment. He is looking good for it. Yes, little improvement for him, putting himself up to 12th position. And I think we now have almost everybody over the line. Thomas Andrea only in the last sector now. And oh, he's already across the line. So now definitely the qualifying session finished. And for now, Omar Rasol topping the qualifying session with Martin Stefanko closely in second and Kevin Ryan behind that. So yeah, good to see that some new guys, Kevin Ryan, Luke Maguire, Peter Schultz, Steven Fischer, all in that top 10. Very good to see that they are able to challenge the likes of Michi Hoy and Blair Disley here at the Dubai Autodrome.
Yeah, it's always good to see new guys come in and, you know, challenge people. You know, it's always good to see people come in and, you know, do well and then stay. You know, instead of just being, you know, not on the pace and getting annoyed and not continuing for a full season.
One of the things that the regular drivers have always got in their pocket with the Winter Series races is that good old excuse of, well, I haven't really practiced, which a few of the drivers could use, but at the end of the day, as you said, it is a good way for newer guys to get on track and battle with, as you say, the likes of Michi Hoyer, last season's ace champion, and see how they get on, because even if Michi hasn't done any practice and hasn't really got a setup, he'll still be able to see how people are wheel to wheel when they're fighting with him, and they'll be able to see how he tries to go about overtaking, which means I've just commentators cursed him and he may end up in a massive pile up in the race now, but if that happens, then it'll be exciting for us to watch.
Yeah, the commentator Curse and Dave Paling, those, the combination of that, with me also in the commentary booth, most of the times it does not end well.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I am banned from saying a few things next season on commentary. That's for sure.
Especially when it's WC.
Well, it's gonna be okay because I'm driving the first round of the weekend, so. Unless you do it in AMA.
Yeah, that's true. I could do a bit of commentary on the AMA just to curse you. I wouldn't do that though. I'd like to see you do well, Felix.
That's good to hear.
I wonder what's going on when you don't press your push to talk. That's what I'm thinking.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm sat here with fingers and toes crossed and cursing him.
Yeah, exactly.
I would do no such thing. Felix is my friend.
let off that push the talk button and then turn around and start going ha 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 with your master plan.
George Winter said that me joining the commentary couldn't make it worse, but well, you know what, I've already lowered the tone and made the game crash, so I'm on a challenge today to see if I can make it worse. No, not at all. I will apologise for me being late though. I didn't even know there was a race today, to be honest. I sort of lay there in bed all warm and cosy and got a notification that it's going live in a moment. I was like, oh, okay, that's not very good on my part. I better move.
Well, no problem. I think the Winter Series is also, as you said earlier, to test for us to see how the plugins are working. So, yeah, just seeing how the field is getting on with starting for the season. I believe tomorrow is also a pre-season test. It's probably not going to be really live streamed, I believe. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm not sure.
I'm also not sure, but
I think there may be people practicing, but I don't think there's going to be any official live stream really. No. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a test session, and it's to test the mod, the track, and things like that. Not necessarily the broadcast.
Yeah, exactly. So 6 minutes left in this warm-up session. At the moment is Lucas Schmidt being the quickest, of course, as I usually say. Doesn't really say a lot. This can be a lap where he's pushing his tires over the limit, or where he is running a lower fuel load. So
I'll tell you, you're talking there about pushing over the limit. There's a little bit of a chat having gone on with Omar and track limits. I'm just wondering, I mean, we used the warm-up session last week to go through a few questions to do with FSR, and if anyone's got any questions they want to ask, put hashtag AskFSR and ask your question, and we'll see what we can do. But I was wondering if we could chat a little bit about track limits, because obviously it's something that gets talked about quite a bit in official racing. But what are the regulations and sort of rules in the Winter Series and FSR in that respect?
Well, basically, in the Winter Series, just the regular FSR rules apply. So that means that it's basically keep it between the white lines, and if there's a curb, you can the let's say the most far out part of the curb is also the track limit. So you can go a lot over the curbs and still be within track limits. But when the curb ends, it's still within the two white lines. So yeah, you have to keep it between those white lines then. But there can be exceptions, of course. But that would be made clear by the race director before the weekend. I don't think that has happened for this round.
Yeah, like the exit of Ascari at Monza, where you can use the curb, and then there's a little bit of a service road coming to the track, and you're allowed to be over there as well. So yeah, there are exceptions. But yeah, I mean, I only mention it because obviously if there's new people watching this and they aren't fully aware of the rules, I would say definitely get on the forums and check out the FSR rules. And I'm a bit of a stickler for track limits, really. White line is the edge of the track, not the bit of tarmac beyond it.
Yep. Indeed.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is the downside of having circuits that are basically all asphalt with some white lines around it. I mean, if you have, for example, Magny-Cours, if you extend you're gonna end up in the wall.
Yeah, or even for an example, a good example is Classic Mexico, where we did a test race at a few weeks ago. The current Mexico, tarmac everywhere. The Classic Mexico, grass everywhere. And I used to love the old Mexico until I drove it recently. And I was like, oh my God, okay, this is not how I remember it. But that's a track I like. A lot. Suzuka as well. You go over the white line, you're on the grass, you're in trouble. That's the kind of circuits I like.
Exactly. You need to punish the drivers when, you know, they make a mistake and run wide, you know. We saw it in, you know, Formula 1 with the exit of the Parabolica in Monza. They got rid of all the, you know, the the whole gravel there, and they, you know, paved it with tarmac, and, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating,
you can just run
as well.
there.
It's frustrating as well, especially with that one, because of the reasoning for it. I mean, they did that so that they could have MotoGP race there. And okay, I can understand that from a track's perspective, but from an overall racing perspective, yeah, a little frustrating. But then you look at, I know in British touring cars, they've got a fantastic system, and I know F1 have tried using it as well, where they've got contact patches around the edge of the circuit, whereas if you touch it, penalty. No ifs, buts, maybes, no are you up on your lap, are you down on your lap, you touch that patch, penalty.
Exactly, that's a good way to look at it. But of course, in FSR there are allowance. You are allowed 10%, you know, of your race to be, you know, you're allowed 10% cuts or whatever. So if it's say it's a 50 lap race, you can have 5 cuts.
Yep. Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it with a couple of drivers in the regular season last season. For example, at Spa, it's easy to cut Eau Rouge a little bit. And, for example, turn what is it?
No name?
Yeah,
left-hander?
No name. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also a tricky corner. And I think the same in Hungary, the fast blind left-hander could easily cut that on the outside as well. So it is tricky. And if you don't watch out for it, you're gonna end up maybe even being disqualified of the race.
Exactly, and track limits are, you know, they're there to, you know, make it all fair and everything. And, you know, because we're racing cockpit view, sometimes it is quite hard to know if you're cutting or not. So, you know, that needs to be accounted for in practice. So, you know, where your car is going to be placed, the racing lines and everything, just so you know that when you race, you don't cut.
Yep.
Not the most exciting topic of conversation we've just had there, but informative, and that's one of the reasons why I sort of brought it up there. I'll try and promise to make sure that the next topic of conversation I'll bring up will be more exciting. Because it's the FSR Winter Series we're going to talk about, because we're not far off the start of the race, guys, and what are we going to expect from the event here today? We've seen a lot of action in the past few rounds. Are we going to see carnage, or are we going to see great racing?
Pit stops for front wings after lap 1.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, that's gonna happen probably, but I think it's gonna be
interesting.
Yeah, of course there is a mandatory pit stop in this feature race, so everybody has to do at least one pit stop. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe some guys are going to try a soft stint and then maybe medium stint, or maybe guys are going to try 2 medium stints, maybe even medium and a super soft stint. I don't know what to expect. Actually, I really don't. But I think it is time to just go for a little advertisement break. We will be just in 2-3 minutes. We will be back with you, and we will be getting ready to get this race going. So keep watching, and we will be right back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The formation lap is already rolling off the grid. Getting ready to start the 29 lap long feature race, and somebody has crashed into the back of somebody, and I don't know what just happened, but I don't know. What I do know is that the formation lap is rolling away, and one of you two guys, please take us through the grid.
Yeah, no problem, I can do that for you. Okay, on pole position we've got Omar Rassol. Second place we've got Martin Stefanko. Third place we've got Kevin Ryan. In fourth, Luke Maguire. Fifth place, Michi Hoyer. Sixth, Blair Disley. Seventh, Peter Schultz. Eighth, Stephen Fisher. Ninth, Lucas Schmidt. 10th, Matthew Tucson. He'll be quite pleased getting into the top 10 in qualifying here. In 11th, we've got Ivan Leonov. In 12th, we've got Jacob Reed. In 13th, Mark Hutchinson. 14th, Callum Wilson. 15th, Dylan Scrivens. 16th, Martin Pankratov. 17th, Tank Applegate. In 18th, we have Josh Radford, who's starting from the pit lane. 19th is Javier Torres. 20th, Ton van Egmond. 21st, Jan Vasily. 22nd, Stoyan Barbukov. 23rd, Danny van der Neet. 24th, Brad Hutchinson. 25th, Thomas Andrea, and 26th we have Niku, who's also starting in the pits. 27th we have JJ Verts, 28th and Eric Andre, and that rounds out the order.
Alright, thank you very much, Dave. So Omar, I think, is getting to the last corner at the moment.
Very slow formation lap.
Yeah,
I forgot to admit.
it's
Taking it nice and steady.
well, maybe a strategy, making sure the tires and brakes are as cold as possible, so the crash at turn 1 is as big as possible. Well,
I wonder if starting from the pit lane is a good decision at the minute.
I don't know. I mean, it can end up badly when you start in the pit lane as well. I mean, I believe that was Hockenheim, wasn't it?
Yep, Hockenheim, David O'Reilly sat there in the pits thinking I'll go for a safe start, and wasn't even moving and nearly got crashed into. So yeah, it can be a risk. The thing is, I mean, we've had a couple of practice starts here. There's been a few crashes. That's where you hope the drivers learn from it, be a little more aware. And if you start from the pits, there's a chance you're going to come across lots of damaged cars. Ideally, you want to start high enough up the grid that you can be ahead of anything that's going to happen.
Yep. Alright, let's get a nice camera angle for the start here.
The last cars are just lining up in their slots now.
4 cars in the pit lane.
So I think lights are ready to get going. Here we go, lights are coming on, and we are racing here for the last round of the Winter Series. Not the best start for Omar Rassol getting off the line. Martin Stefanko and Michi Hoyer already challenging him coming into turn 1. Also Kevin Ryan already alongside at the outside of turn 1. But it looks that Omar keeps P1 for now. Michi Hoyer challenging Kevin Ryan now for second position.
It looks like there was one collision on the start-finish straight, but at the moment, so far, people are facing the right direction.
Yes, indeed, looking to be a reasonably good start so far. No big crashes in the mid or front field. So, indeed, Omar Rassol at the moment still leading the race. I believe that most of the guys in front are running the medium tire. Yes, almost everybody is really running the medium tire. Instead of Stephen Fisher, he's running the harder compound. So, he will be maybe going for a different strategy.
Yeah, loads of side-by-side action. Oh, and there's a few spinners at the back. Yeah, loads of people going side by side at the minute. They're still trying to filter into, you know, a sort of like train line at the minute. So, yeah, very interesting start.
Helmet on board of Luke Maguire. He's pretty close to the back of Martin Stefanko. Martin there making a little bit of a mistake. Look, taking a little peek on the inside there. But he keeps out of the gap for now. Of course, 29 laps. So still a lot of opportunities left to try and get past. So that one is done, and I think, yeah, the field is looking good so far.
There's a few close calls of major collisions further down the grid, but nothing too drastic. I'm looking sort of 22nd, 21st, 20th, all trying to find themselves a little bit of space. But with so many cars on the grid, I mean, if you defend a driver, then there's two guys behind you looking to take every bit of space that's available, and that's where some of these minor contacts are coming from. And let's see, so up at the top end of the field though, Omar still leading the way, Mitchie Hoyer second, and Kevin Ryan third. Stefanko coming under a little bit of pressure from Luke Maguire.
Yep, I'm also taking a little bit of a look further down the field. Tom van Achmond getting ready to make an overtake on Stoyan Barbukov. Seems to get past quite nicely into the braking zone. Gonna make it around the outside. A little bit of a lock up there. A little bit of wheel banging, but he seems to have gotten the overtake. No, he's run wide.
Luke Maguire's just spun in the wall. Luke Maguire.
Ooh, that is really unfortunate for him. He was looking strong this race. Is he still? Yeah, he hasn't got major damage. Because he still got a front and rear wing. Let's see if I can get a replay of Luke Maguire.
Yeah, I just got on too much on the exit curb and just spun it.
Right. Taking a wide entry. And indeed, a little bit too much on the exit curb. And then into the wall. He misses the wall.
Martin Stefanko right on the back of Kevin Ryan there, side by side into turn one. Kevin still keeps it going, still keeps his position, but Martin Stefanko looking very hungry at the minute.
There's also a nice little battle between 6th and 7th, Stephen Fisher and Jacob Reed. They're getting a little feisty.
Yep. It's all getting feisty now. I believe it's also really close around P18 with Danny van der Niet and Tank Applegate. Let's just quickly keep a look out on Martin Stefanko because he's looking to get an overtake done here on Mr. Ryan around the outside. We've just seen Tom van Egmond do it, and Martin Stefanko also does it. A really nice overtake there around the outside.
Stephen Fisher and Jacob Reed side by side. Jacob nearly loses it as Stephen runs a little bit wide, and now Lucas Schmidt getting in on the action as well, throws it up the inside of Jacob. Nice move there. Jacob's losing places like he'll lose hair when he gets older. Lucas Schmidt also going for another pass now on Stephen Fisher, trying to waste no time at all. Jacob, see, Lucas is on the medium tyre. Stephen Fisher's on the harder compound tyre, I believe.
Yep. Yeah,
there's more battles happening at the back as well, as cars going side by side and
there's Mark Hutchinson and Tank Applegate spun around. Don't know what happened there, but they are dropping down the field.
This is about to go 3 wide, I think, into turn 1 with Stephen Fisher. Oh, up the inside. And that's Jacob Reed with an aggressive move sideways on the exit. My days. He did well to hold on to that, make the move stick. I wonder if Stephen had to get out of the throttle a little bit there to not help him around a little bit further.
Very, very close racing here. Very nice to see.
Just behind them as well, Dylan Scrivens in 11th and Luke Maguire, who's now in 12th. Luke trying to get his way back through this order, but he looks like he may have a little bit of damage. That car's squirming underneath him, but on this long straight now, he's got a fantastic opportunity to make a move up the inside. He's having a look. It looks like he's got the straight line speed to do it. Let's see how he is on the brakes. Yeah, nicely on the brakes, but has he got a good enough exit? That car twitching again. And just giving enough room, and around he goes, but both off the track.
Yep. Good move there from Luke Maguire. Starting to get back through the field. Still has 25 laps to get further up the field, of course. He's not too far down yet, so maybe if he does well, maybe still a podium inside for him. He's already challenging Leonov, I believe. Ooh, Leonov and Scrivens. Little bit of contact there. Ooh, watch out there. Luke Maguire has to try again and get past Dylan Scrivens. Let's see, good exit out of the last corner. Let's see who's
nice battle happening, isn't there? Oh,
Yeah.
contact.
Mitchell Hoyer's made a mistake. Stefanko snuck up the inside. That's a switch of position. I was going to cut in a moment ago and say that Stefanko was catching Hoyer, but Hoyer, just making one tiny little error. Ran a little wide and Stefanko goes through.
Yeah, this battle for P11 is even gonna hot up even more. Ton van Egmond also joining in on the battle, and so is Matthew Tucson. I think even Leonov is gonna have to watch out. So let's switch back to the lead. Gonna see if I can get a replay of the overtake from Martin Stefanko on Michi Hoyer. Let's see, here we go. So, Martin Stefanko right behind him, coming through the, first tactic? Oh yeah, a little mistake there from Michi Hoyer, goes wide, and Martin Stefanko sneaks right through. Good overtake from him.
It was a good overtake, but I think it's one that Hoyer will be frustrated with. Oh, as I've just seen JJ Wirtz collect the back of Brad Hutchinson. There's about 5-6 cars here. Oh, they've made a contact again, and that's front wing gone. Let's see, I think that was on JJ Wirtz. Yeah, okay, his end plate's gone, so he should be able to keep going, but it's getting a little bit like wrestling down in the lower end of the order.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of front wing. He's literally just got a plank now. I don't think he's getting any downforce on his car now. Yeah, struggling with braking as well. So
side by side there with that. I don't know, but somebody spun around. I think that was JJ. Was it?
Yeah, JJ. He spun around.
So yeah, I think even with 3 guys in the commentary booth, we are struggling to keep up with all the action. So going on all over the field at the moment. Nico.
With 30 cars on the grid or near enough, it's 10 each to watch, and good luck with that one.
So I think Blair Disney and Kevin Ryan also quite feisty at the moment. A little bit of a gap.
Ninth place Peter Schultz about to make a move on Stephen Fisher. Side by side they go into the hairpin. Up the inside, the Scottish liveried car goes, and that's Stephen Fisher defending on Peter Schultz. But as they battle, that's allowing Luke Maguire to catch onto the back of him. He's now in 10th.
yeah, and as that was happening, Jan Vasily just got past, I believe, Danny Vanderneek. So good move there from Jan going into the hairpin. Matt Hewson on the back of Vanderneek as well, so the Invictus cars definitely climbing up the field now.
Yeah, both of those cars also on the harder compound. Danny is on the medium. Maybe also go for a different strategy there. Jan Vesely and Matthew Tucson. Yellow flag in the second sector at the moment. It's already gone, so maybe just someone spun around for a second. Or just off track. There's no major crash, I believe. Let's see, let's go back to Stephen Fisher. And
he's lost it into the barrier. He goes. That's a commentator's curse, Felix.
Yep.
You cruel man.
Sorry there. Stephen Fisher spun around. Fortunate for him, much to watch out for Tom van Egmond and was that Ivan Leonov. Let's see if I can get a quick replay of that. I believe it was.
There was a nice little overtake into turn 1, and it came just after that, unfortunately, for Stephen.
He just clipped the curb over a sort of bump and lost the car.
Yeah, I've just been on board with Omar. Oh, Omar's just gone straight off the track. He's struggling with his rear tyres by the looks of it. Omar he was sliding coming out of the hairpin, and he literally just lost it coming out of the...
Yeah, very nice battle at the moment for P12, P13 with Stephen Fisher, Tom van Egmond and Ivan Leonov. Very close battling side by side already for 3 corners now, Tom van Egmond and Stephen Fisher. Tom just leaving just enough space for Stephen to make the corner there. But very, very nice racing here between the 3 guys.
So tyre-wise, have we any idea sort of how long the medium compound tyres might last around here?
Should be half the race, really. It should be 1-stop mediums.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be a strategy for most of these guys. Tom van Egmond now trying to get around the outside of Ivan Leonov coming into turn 1. Is he going to be able to make it stick? Side by side, little bit of wheel banging. It stays okay, but Ivan Leonov keeps the position. And now Tom has got to watch out for Mr. Fischer right behind him as well, locking up a little bit. That is position gone for Tom van Egmond. Now has to watch out as well for Jan Vesely.
Yeah, as Murray Walker would say, wheel to wheel, you know, very, very close racing. It's good that this track allows for quite some, you know, some wheel banging and, you know, some fair racing. Hard but fair.
Yep. So let's see. Go a little bit further back to the front. I think Omar Rasol, the gap between him and Martin Stefanko is closing down at the moment, I believe. As I say that, he goes for a purple lap time. And as I say that, Martin Stefanko goes for a purple lap time. So they are both starting to push a little bit harder and trying to make sure they get over the finish line first. But of course, still 20 laps remaining, so I don't think you can make any conclusions so far.
No, I mean, I've just been watching them for the last 2 laps since Omar made his little mistake, and he has been pushing hard to try and open that gap up again. But Stefanko and Hoyer are looking very, very consistent, holding that gap at the moment. Whether they're going to be able to push anymore to catch Omar, I'm not sure. However, Kevin Ryan and Blair Disley, they've closed the gap a little bit onto Michi Hoyer, so we may end up with a bit of a battle for the top 3.
Yeah. Just seen Steven Fischer make a nice overtake. Oh, contact there between, who is it? Jan Vesely and Tom van Egmond. I didn't even expect the car there. Maybe Tom didn't as well. I was just about to say nice overtake from Steven Fischer on Mr. Leonov. Let's see if I can get a replay of what happened there with Jan Vesely and Tom van Egmond. Because I really wasn't expecting a car to dive up his inside there. And I think Tom was going a little bit wide. And yeah, Jan just squeezed in between there. Fair for him, I think. And Tom maybe missing out there on his mirrors, but I can't go out for
okay.
Conclusions there.
Felix, Luke Maguire, 7th place, while you're looking at those replays, has made a nice little move on Peter Schultz, I think it was, or Jacob Reed. Jacob Reed now under pressure as well in 8th place, so a little bit of a battle there, but Luke Maguire's absolutely on it at the moment. Got himself up to 7th. If he's confined, 4 seconds, he'll find himself on the back of Lucas Schmidt, which is possible.
Yeah, good race so far for Luke Maguire, even though we had that spin earlier on. The fight back is on and he's flying.
Well, one thing I just want to point out is just been looking at this, you know, the battle for P1 at the minute. Notice that Omar's beginning to burn his tyres up a little bit more than Martin Stefanko.
Yeah, that could well be. Maybe Omar going for a earlier stop and then maybe going for the hard tires at the end of the for a second stint. I don't know, but we're gonna see.
Just having a quick look through the order. Field getting quite spread out now. Most of the battles are sort of between 1 and 2 cars. Around Steven Fischer, who's been friendly to the camera so far today. That could get a little interesting as it looks like he's struggling on his hard compound tyres. And a couple of cars behind them, they're getting closer and closer as well. I think that's Matthew Tucson. Yeah, Ton van Egmond got Matthew Tucson right on the rear end of him now, and Danny van der Neet getting in on that one as Tucson looking to go up the inside but not quite able to do it. But yeah, I think this could get a little exciting.
Van Egmond goes into the pit lane, going for a quite early stop. Maybe he was struggling with his tires already, but now Danny van der Neet maybe looking to make an overtake on Matthew Tucson.
Yeah, Michi Hoyer beginning to drop back to Martin Stefanko by quite a lot of quite big of a margin at the minute. I'm not sure if Michi's struggling with tyre wear.
Are you seeing
His
any
lap times are dropping.
I was going to say, are you seeing any sort of lap time droppage to sort of signal degradation of tyres as
He's
Rassard
understeering like hell. Yeah, Michi's understeering like crazy at the minute. So, not sure if Michi's tyres are going off. You know, he's going to have to switch to the hard tyres if he pits now. He's going to become a threat to Kevin Ryan. He's doing a fantastic job in P4 at the minute.
Ooh, Steven Fisher just spun from 11th position right in front of Ivan Leonov. They almost made contact. But yeah, unfortunate there to once again see Mr. Fisher spin around and losing positions.
Well, there's 3 ways to get yourself on camera a lot as Luke Maguire heads into the pits, but looked like you got the entry a little bit wrong there, unless it was just the camera angle I had. Yeah, 3 ways to get yourself on the camera a lot. 1 is be quick and lead the race. 2, do plenty of overtaking. And 3, do plenty of spinning. Those 3 things pretty much guarantee you to get on camera.
Yep. Martin Stefanko last lap was purple, 133.6. Omar's last lap was 133.8, so the gap is not really closing in really rapidly, I would say, but it's getting closer for Martin Stefanko. Maybe, as you said, the tires of Omar starting to degrade a little bit quicker than the ones of Martin Stefanko. But we're gonna have to wait and see what is gonna happen there.
Yeah, exactly, and I think you know the tyres. I don't think the mediums can stretch out an extra lap, so the undercut and the overcut just isn't going to work. I don't think round here.
I'm just watching Luke Maguire. He's right behind Danny van der Niet. Is he gonna go around the outside of the cambered corner? Yes, he is. Great overtake there from Luke Maguire. Of course, Danny is on worn medium tires. Luke is on fresh hard tires, so that's a difference that is in his favor definitely. But Danny is not giving up, sticking his car up the inside there. Luke maybe braking a little bit too soon, going for the cutback now. Is he gonna be able to do it around the outside again? Yes, he does. Oh, a little bit of wheel spin on the curb and into the wall he goes once again. Luke Maguire again a little bit too aggressive and now sees himself in the wall once again, facing the wrong way.
Proving my point a little bit there. Do an overtake and a spin is on camera. Well done.
Blair Disley is now in the pits, so I believe he'll be switching to the mediums, not mediums, the hard tyres.
Just comes out in P8 right in front of Dylan Scrivens.
Very nice bit of clean air there for Blair to, you know, push.
Yeah, that's definitely good. He's going for a little bit of an earlier stop than Kevin Ryan, so this might just help him. This clean air, maybe starting to push a little bit. Well, that doesn't help him, locking up a little bit, sliding. Tires won't like it either. But
gap up with the front has come down to less than a second. It's down to 7/10, and they're not far away from getting traffic.
Yep, so the battle for the lead is starting to heat up now.
Martin definitely looks like he's got the better tyre life now as we come into the last, the final stages of this stint. You know, the last couple of laps. It's interesting to see whether or not they'll do 15 laps this stint or they'll do 14 laps next time. So I think they'll probably be pitting at the end of this lap.
Yeah, the gap is really close now, less than half a second at the moment, and Martin Stefanko.
Oh, Omar's
mistake
gone,
for
Omar's
Omar.
gone.
And he's around. Oh, watch out for the bumps there on the pit road. Watch out on the rejoin. Whew. Cars flying past there.
I tell you what, into turn 1 he had a little bit of a lock on the front left tyre. I think that overheated it a little bit, got him slightly out of shape, and as he tried to get on the power, it just sent the rear end a little too wide onto the dirty part of the track, and away he went. That will frustrate him.
Yeah, exactly, definitely. We know exactly how these last year's tyres work, whereas they don't like you getting them a bit hot.
Sorry to interrupt a sec. Ivan Leonov and Stephen Fisher battling into turn 1. Sorry, Chris, to cut you off there.
That's right, mate.
Matthew Toussaint there as well in that fight. With a nice little move there by Stephen Fisher into turn 1. But if we watch him, we know something will happen. But yeah, you're right, Chris. You were on about the tyres there and how they react.
Yeah, they react. They're very weird in how they react. Sometimes, you heat these up, they just lose all grip. So, yeah, we saw him lock up. We saw him get a bit of wheel spin. Smoke his tyres a little bit, and that's it gone. I've experienced that many times last year.
Yeah, just seen the replay of it as well. It looked like he got on the curb
Stefanko
as well.
in the pits.
Yeah, into the pits. But yeah, it looked Felix like he got a little bit on the exit curb, didn't he? Perhaps because he locked up and ran a little bit wide.
Yeah, indeed. Just seen a nice overtake from Matthew Toussaint on Ivan Leonov. Good move there. Stopped the tires a little bit there, but seems that he is well past now. So, top 5 all in the pits. Martin Stefanko, Michiori, Kevin Ryan, Omar Russell and Lucas Schmidt. Peter Schultz also coming into the pit. Jacob Reed.
Omar's on the hard tires.
Yeah, Omar going for a different strategy. That's interesting to see.
It's very interesting. He's going to be able to push them really, really hard, but is he going to have the pace on them, especially if he's going to be driving angry now?
Yeah, that's going to be something to watch out for. Dylan Scrivens, Ivan Leonov, and Van der Niet all also in the pit. So lap 15 is the lap to pit, it seems.
It is, because the pit lane's been very, very busy. As soon as the leaders pit, there's been plenty of cars in there to change those tyres. We'll try and have a run through the order to see if anybody else has matched the hard tyre after going for the mediums.
Let's see, it seems that Eric, Andre and Peter Schultz are pretty close to each other. Peter Schultz right up the back here, coming out of the cambered corner. Ooh, maybe a little bit of contact there on the gearbox of Mr. Andre. Let's see, Peter Schultz up the inside. Is it gonna be enough? Braking a little bit late. But he makes the corner and makes the move stick. Great stuff there from Peter Schultz. So Omar is gonna be starting to chase down Blair Disley. 2 seconds in front of him.
Peter Schultz has just spun round after his fantastic pass on the back straight a few corners before. Very similar to Luke Maguire's spin earlier in the race.
That's unfortunate to see for him.
Sorry, I've just been trying to find who Peter Schultz was. Sorry, Peter Schultz. Took a while for me to find that one. Sorry, Chris. I was having a bit of a giggle to myself there. Yeah, Peter Schultz on that one.
Right. See Kevin Ryan, Omar Russell and Blair Disley all getting a little bit closer to each other at the moment. Lucas Schmidt not too far back as well. Oh, he's quite far back, 9 seconds. So yeah, I'm interested to see what Omar can do. Maybe Martin Stefanko is now gonna play the waiting game, so to say. Starting to...
Felix, sorry, Luke Maguire, 11th place. He's attacking Mark Hutchinson, getting very, very close. Sorry to cut you off there.
No problem. Seems that he's passed. Good move there from Mr. Maguire. Maguire the second. But yeah, what I was about to say there, that yeah, Martin Stefanko maybe just taking it a little bit slow at the moment, conserving his tires, making sure they have a good tire life up until the end of the race. I mean, there's still 12 laps remaining in this race, so I don't know. Maybe he's gonna wait for them, for anybody to catch up, or maybe he's just gonna push as hard as he can and make the gap as big as possible, so nobody can close into him.
Yeah, I mean, Stefanko's in an interesting situation. I mean, he doesn't have to do anything particularly special, does he? Just manage that gap. It's down to Hoyer and the rest of the field to try and catch up to him. I'm going to try and have a quick look at how Omar's doing on his lap times on the harder compound tyre. 1:33 is first timed lap on them. Put that into perspective with Stefanko. Well, it's 1:33.2 for Stefanko. So, yeah, his lap times, it was only a tenth down, so on the harder tyre, he's all right.
I was just watching on board, almost lost the car. But, oh, and once again he does lose.
Oh my god.
Oh, just missed the wall there. Omar Rasool really pushing hard. But I think we've seen it in the previous round as well. Once Omar starts pushing hard, he tends to make some mistakes. And really, as I say quite often, to finish first you have to finish. And there's still 10 laps to go basically.
He's just going right off the track again as well. So.
A lot of oversteer and corrections being made there from Omar Rasool. He has to make it to the finish line if he wants to grab that podium or maybe even challenge Martin Stefanko. That's going to be difficult for him. 14 seconds between him. What is he doing?
He's parking up.
He's parking the car. All right, that's that is interesting. Just parking the car there. Don't know what's happened with him. But that's definitely unfortunate to see. DNF for Omar Rasool.
Okay, is Kevin Ryan in third place catching up to Michi Hoyer, or is that gap just holding station? I'll have a look at their most recent lap times, because it looks like Ryan is doing quite a good job. Let's see, he's done a 33.2 and a 33.1. Let's see what Michi Hoyer's been doing. 33.4, 33.6. So yeah, Kevin Ryan is catching him up slowly.
Yeah. Kevin Ryan, really doing a good job. We haven't seen much of him in the race, but he's
I'll tell you what, sorry Felix, 12th place, Jan Vasily, Danny van der Neet, and Eric Andre, Callum Wilson, all within the space of about half a second.
I'm seeing in the chat that Omar says his desk broke. That's interesting.
I think someone's asking him if his desk broke. I think it may have done now. This battle is getting feisty. Danny van der Neet up the inside with a lovely little move. He's going to have the outside of the next corner though. But can he hold it around the outside? Doesn't want to get on that curb, but he's been helped over towards it. And now let's see. Ooh, it's getting interesting this. It's getting interesting. Can they keep it on the track? Can they keep it clean? So that's Danny van der Neet, Jan Vesely, and Eric Andre having a look in the middle, but doesn't want to go in there. Decides to back out of it, and that's the wise thing to do, because now is his opportunity to look up the inside. Oh no, he's had a poor exit of the corner though, and he's now under pressure from Callum Wilson. But yeah, there's a few curbs out there that the drivers do not want to get on, and Danny van der Neet did well to try and avoid it, but now he's ran wide, and that's going to give an Eric Andre an opportunity down towards turn 1, where Slipstream's going to help him here. We could end up 3 wide actually, as Danny van der Neet looks up the inside. A little bit of contact, maybe no. Lovely move there.
Yeah, straight textbook move there from Danny van der Neet. Good stuff to see. And Eric Andre now also starting to pressure Mr. Vesely.
Gap between Michi Hoyer and Kevin Ryan coming down to 1.2 seconds. So, what's going on with Michi? You know, he won last time out in Valencia, so is this Kevin Ryan guy, you know, going to show his hand against the Ace champion from last year?
Quite possibly. Maybe the medium tyre is just not working as nicely for Michi Hoyer as he would like. Is that another car catching on to this battle of 4? Yep. I think it is.
It is Mr. Hutchinson, Mark Hutchinson. One
thing I liked in that bit of battling we saw a lap ago was You had two cars side by side ahead, and the third car could. I thought Andre was going to have a look up the inside there. Yeah, Andre, he had the opportunity to sort of get in the fight, but he decided, no, you know what, if I do that, it's going to end up badly for everyone. I'll hold my position, and then an opportunity will come as he nearly tags the back of Jan Vesely. I don't think Jan would have known much about it, but and Eric did. He definitely did. He's got a good run here, though. He's having a look, but so's Jan. Jan having a look. He's not going to hold that. Oh!
That was so close. Oh, very unfortunate to see for Jan Vesely, but he almost collected Andre there.
Oh, and it's collected Tank Applegate. Massive crash at the last corner. Cars rolling over. Martin Pankratov is without a rear wing at the last corner.
Oh, that's right up the wall. I think his car is pretty broken.
And Josh Radford and Tank Applegate have been caught up in it.
And what we have got as well is Stephen Fisher 6th, Jacob Reed 7th. They're quite close battling, but if you want to have a look at the replay of the big crash, go ahead and I'll let you know.
I don't know what
Fisher's going for the pits.
I don't know what Pankratov is trying to do now. I mean, obviously his car is really broken. He can't even steer off the wall. So what I would recommend is get out, escape your car. You're not going to make a whole lap. That's pretty obvious. Needs to watch out. Some car coming through turn 1. Really, really dangerous what Martin Pankratov is doing at the moment. And I think he does the wise thing and park his car there. Yes, he does. So let's see what happened there. So he was battling with Stoyan Barbukov and clipped Barbukov up the rear. That spun Barbukov around, and then Tank Applegate collected him, and Josh Radford collected him then as well. So that really a little bit of a chain reaction, and unfortunate that Martin Pankratov is the basically the biggest loser out of that.
Well, that battle for 12th with Danny van der Nee is still going on strong.
Yep, Danny's got to defend for his place really hard now. Eric Andre right behind him, and right behind that Callum Wilson and Mark Hutchinson as well. Oh, Mark Hutchinson up the inside of Wilson there. Gonna be able to make it stick? No, not really. Good straight line speed, a good exit there from Callum Wilson. Maybe Mark trying it again. There in front is also Danny van der Nee. Getting challenged by Mr. Eric Andre.
Kevin Ryan is within half a second of Mitchie Hoyer.
Right, so that
exactly.
Is really getting feisty now.
Mark Stefanko's got a fantastic 9-second lead. Who would have expected that 20 odd laps ago?
Yeah. Maybe Martin Stefanko, but
here we go, battle for P2.
Oh, Callum Wilson into the wall, spun around on his own. Maybe a little bit too soon on the power, but that is definitely not what he wanted.
Kevin Ryan's, as Chris shouted a moment ago, is within attacking range, and he's had a little look already, but not quite able to make the move. But I think it's going to be coming very, very quickly.
Yep, Kevin definitely looking very feisty at the minute. Looking like he's got the better pace at the minute with the slightly lower fuel loads. So, yeah, see what happens. Still 7 or 8 laps to go. Traffic gets out the way or goes into the pits. So I think Kevin's going to have Mitchie. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, Mitchie going defensive coming to turn 1. Kevin Ryan gonna look up the outside. Here we go. Is he going to be able to make it stick? Giving each other room. A little bit of a slide there from Mitchie Hoyer. Almost lost the car. But I think it's moved on by Kevin Ryan. Well, is it Mitchie going to stick up the slipstream here? Is he going to be able to challenge him? Oh, he's going to dive up the inside. Mitchie Hoyer over the curb. He gives him space, but it's really close racing here between Kevin Ryan and Mitchie Hoyer.
Yeah, very hectic. Cars, coming very close to contact. Mitchie's got the slipstream.
Yep, Mitchie's got the slipstream. Is he going to be able to tuck it around the outside on his turn? We go, a little bit of contact there, but he makes the move stick. And now goes a little bit wide. That definitely doesn't help his exit. And Kevin Ryan immediately on the attack once again. Meteor definitely not giving his position up easily to Kevin Ryan here.
One thing he's doing, he's making it very, very clear to Kevin where he is going to defend and where he wants Kevin to position his car. This is sort of what I was on about earlier as Hoyer, before he was getting a little bit sideways there. And this is what I was on about, where even if Hoyer's not having the best of races, he's going to be able to see what people are like when they're battling with him. And he's not making it easy, but he's making it very, very clear. Like here, he's going all the way over to the right-hand side of the road, saying you are not going up the inside. You're going to have to go round the outside if you want to make this move.
Yep. Kevin Ryan not around the outside this time around. Maybe waiting for a better opportunity.
Yeah, the long straight sector 2 is going to be the biggest the biggest opportunity for Kevin Ryan to get past Mitchell.
Yeah, definitely. Here we go.
Yeah, Mitchie taking a very weird line, goes into the middle of the track and then starts positioning his car towards the apex.
Yeah, but now here we go. Kevin Ryan around the outside. Oh, very aggressive defensive movement there from Kevin Ryan. Mitchie Hoyer maybe not expecting that all too much, but I think it is passed on, at least for now. I don't think Mitchie Hoyer is going to make it easy for him, however, for the remaining 5 laps.
Well, he may have done, but with that little move, I think that will have got Mitch's fire burning a little bit.
Exactly. I don't think Mitchie's going to be best pleased with that. That was so close to taking both each other's, both races.
Here we go around the outside of the cambered corners. Now the inside. Oh, a little bit of twitchiness from Mitchie Hoyer. Now around the final corner. Maybe tucking up to that slipstream now. Here we go. Gonna be enough. Ah, not really. Good straight line speed from Kevin Ryan.
Yeah, Mitchie's going to wait till that back straight again. Just needs to hold with him through the fast chicanes coming up.
It'll be interesting to see if Kevin does the defensive line that Mitchie was using down the start finish.
Yeah, he didn't this time, but I think Mitchie was a bit too far back. Oh, he mounts the curb, Kevin does. Loses a little bit on exit, but here's the part where it counts. This exit onto the back straight. Mitchie doesn't look close enough, but yeah, bit of weaving going on there from Kevin though.
A bit of good spin on the exit there for Mitchie Hoyer. Mitchie starting to struggle now.
Well, we're only, 4 laps from the end of this race now. Medium tyres look like they've held out quite nicely to be able to do 2 stints on them.
Yeah, at least for most of these drivers. Some of the drivers choosing the harder compound. For example, Omar was, but he unfortunately had to DNF because his desk apparently broke down.
Mitchie got a so much better exit than Kevin out of that final corner. Let's see, does Kevin defend? He moves a little bit, but still stays far to the left-hand side.
There we go, very close on the back. Mitchie Hoyer going to be able to do anything here? No. I think he's going to wait again for the long straight in the second sector.
Yeah, that's probably the best chance Mitchie has, but it's just Hawk, oh, here we go.
He's making himself noticeable there.
Here's the corner that counts. Mitchie needs to be right on the back of him. And he is. Just all about that exit. Yeah, it's a good exit there. Oh, a little twitch, but here we go. There's still a bit of weaving going on there from Kevin.
Andre, by the way, and Van der Niet also still battling, but this is...
Yeah, I'm on that one already. It looks like Andre's getting aggressive to try and get past, but I will give you a shout if it's going to happen.
Yep. Thank you.
It's going to happen! It's going to happen now! And Eric Andre on the start finish, he's going for it around the outside. As he's going to have the speed for turn 1. Around the outside he goes on the curb. Runs a little wide now and holds position, but here comes Mark Hutchinson and Van der Neet. It's Ivan Leonov. So Ivan Leonov, Andre, Van der Neet and Hutchinson getting very, very close together.
Meanwhile, in Stefanko land, 16.5 seconds now.
Yeah, they're maybe dropping back into the car of Blair Disley even.
Second place, Kevin Ryan under attack from Richie Hoyer. Turn 1 around the outside. Hoyer's trying to go. What a move he's just pulled off there. That was phenomenal.
Wow, that's impressive. I was surprised that they made it through there in one piece. Now Mitchie just needs to pull ahead going through these tight corners, lean onto the back straight.
Luke Maguire in the pit lane, by the way. It's interesting to see. Let's go back to the battle for that 10th position. Of course, 10th position is going to be one of the most important positions here for the sprint race, because in the sprint race, 10th position here for the feature race is going to be pole position. So at the moment it is Eric Andre that's going to start from pole position, but I don't think Leonov, Van der Neet or Mark Hutchinson are gonna wait and give him that position for free.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw in previous sprint races how important that P10 is, because getting that reverse grid pole, we've seen some drivers win from there. You know, people that may have not done very well in the feature race, you know, may have not been the quickest in that, but have actually got a victory thanks to that reverse grid pole. So yeah.
Interestingly as well, Luke Maguire, who you said a moment ago Felix has pitted, he's come out just ahead of this little battle in 9th place. So he'll potentially start the sprint race in 2nd. Leonov knows that 10th gives you pole, but he's about to lose it. Ooh, Danny Van der Neet, this is your opportunity. Take it and run away, because if you don't, Leonov is going to attack you. But Leonov is under attack himself from Mark Hutchinson. If Leonov moves over, I didn't think there was going to be room there, but Hutchinson was smart enough to see it and backs out of it to avoid any carnage there. But yeah, Danny Van der Neet needs to run away, otherwise he's going to get Ivaned.
Yep, definitely. Ivan, of course, is on the hard tire. Did they just make contact? Yes, they did. Ivan Leonov and Danny Van der Neet. You commentator cursed them again, Mr. Paling.
Well, I didn't see it. I'd flicked away, but that's put Hutchinson into 11th place.
Yep, Hutchinson into 11th. And Danny Van der Neet now definitely aggressive on Leonov. He's not going to give up. Only basically 1.5 laps remaining in this race. Here we go. Danny Van der Neet very aggressive up the inside of the last corner. And they make contact. Danny Van der Neet spun around. And he will be very, very frustrated behind his wheel. I am pretty sure of that.
And if anyone wants to know, that's what getting Ivan means. Sorry, Ivan. Learn from your mistakes and improve. That's what it's all about, mate. People may be frustrated with you, but if you learn from it, you get better, then they'll understand it, they'll appreciate it.
Kevin Ryan's dropping back a bit from Mitchie now, but
yep.
Yeah, but Kevin's struggling. He's been going off track quite a bit now. So
yeah, last lap is running now, so it's gonna be all or nothing for Kevin. But I think the gap is too big at the moment for him to be able to do anything.
I think his last chance is really that back straight. Going off the track again, struggling. We're slowing the car down.
I suppose to make it fair as well, I have just seen the replay of the final bit of contact there. That was also what getting Dannied means as well.
Yeah.
Perhaps a little aggressive from Danny Van der Neet. So I'll be fair across the board with that one. Mitchie Hoyer, though, under pressure. Ryan's got an opportunity. Is he going to go for a switchback? Yes, he's looking for it, but he's going to be on the outside now. You don't really want to be on the outside of this corner because of the exit curb there like that. Is he going to hold it? He's having a look up the inside, but Hoyer nearly covers it off. Contact between the two and squeezes Hoyer off the track. Ooh, they may have a bit of a chat about that one.
If you keep an eye on that, I'm just going to say Martin Stefanko coming over the line to win the feature race once again here. Very good from Martin Stefanko.
I think we might want to watch P2.
Yep, here we go. Mitchie Hoyer and Kevin Ryan, they are going to battle until their last breath. Coming up the inside, they make a little bit of contact.
No,
Kevin
come on.
Ryan, maybe a little bit too aggressive there up the inside of the last corner, but Kevin Ryan takes second position for now, and Michi Hoyer finishing in third, and Blair Destiny right behind that in fourth position. Lucas Schmidt now coming out of the last corner, taking fifth position. And then it is the wait for Jacob Reed. He's quite far back.
Interestingly as well, though, something happened to Mark Hutchinson, because an Eric Andre is now sitting in 10th place, and there's a bit of a gap between himself and Hutchinson. So it looks like an Eric Andre is going to be the pole sitter for the sprint race.
Yep, I believe we saw that battle.
Okay, no problem. I didn't.
Might be something I missed as well. But yeah, that's gonna be very exciting for an Eric. He's gonna start. At least he's still got a couple of corners to go through. The guys in front of him as well. But I believe it's gonna be done and dusted here for him, coming out of the last corner here, and Eric Andre taking the pole position for the sprint race. Mark Hutchinson and Danny van der Niet. I think Danny is gonna be really frustrated, definitely after that incident that happened in the last couple of laps. So that is the feature race done. No, only Leonov, Mr. Ivan coming to the line now. He has finished as well, I believe. So
That's everyone.
yeah, indeed. That's the feature race done. Martin Stefanko once again wins and extends his lead over the other guys in the championship. I think he is pretty certain of winning the championship now, if it's not already done for him. I am not entirely sure, just taking a quick look at the standings now. So for the feature race you get 25 points for a win, and for the sprint race you get 15. So yeah, he basically won it already. Martin Stefanko has won the championship, so I think he will be very happy with himself.
He definitely will be. So I just got kicked from FSR then. I wondered what happened. But yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting race. I mean, some of the comments on YouTube are talking a little bit about that little bit of contact between Michi and Kevin Ryan on the last couple of corners there. And a few people saying, a bit too much dive bombing and people being too aggressive. I'm just curious what your guys' views are on it. But just want to say as well done to Stefanko.
Yeah, I think, of course, that last move from Danny up the inside in the last corner, I think you guys seen it as well, was maybe a little bit too aggressive. But yeah, I think I haven't seen much angles of it, so I can't really say conclusions from the single angle that I've seen. So I won't go very much in depth about that. What I do know is that it was quite aggressive from Van der Niet. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see about how the drivers' points of view are about that. But I think it is time to just head off for a little break. The drivers are gonna do the same. They're gonna head up in another warm-up session for 10 minutes, and they are gonna probably grab a drink, maybe grab a bite, and get ready and get some energy for the sprint race. The sprint race is gonna be in around 10 minutes time. It's gonna be 15 laps, so that's the sprint races always go past before you know they've started. So stay tuned, and we will be right back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The sprint race of the last round here of the FSR 2017 Winter Series is about to begin. The formation lap is already ongoing, and Chris, would you like to take us through the grid real quickly?
Yep, sure. On pole is Eric Andre. In second place is Luke Maguire, followed by Stephen Fisher, Peter Shorts, Jacob Reed, Lucas Schmidt, Blair Disley, Mitchie Hoyer in P8, P9 Kevin Ryan, and P10 is our Winter Series champion Martin Stefanko, P11 Mark Hutchinson, followed by Danny Van Den Eek and Ivan Leonov in P13, P14 is Javier Toros, followed by Jan Vasily, Matthew Chewson in P16, followed by Callum Wilson, Stoyan Barbukov, Thomas Andrea, and in 20th is Josh Radford, followed by JJ Works, Tang Applegate, Brad Hutchinson, Martin Pankratoff, Omar Razzle, Harris Parvez, Tom Van Egmond, Clayton Brown, and finishing off the grid is Antius Dimitrov in P29.
Alright, thank you very much. Oh, here. I think my rFactor crashed again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right on the start.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a very quick radio commentary once again.
Over the wireless.
Let me quickly.
Come on, Dave, let's step up.
Okay, so the cars are lined up on the grid then as we we wait for Felix to get back to the circuit with his cameras. The drivers are waiting. The lights are coming on now. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's a long wait, and away they go. I tell you what, it's a poor start from Eric Andre. That's going to allow Luke Maguire up into the lead. Big collisions in the background. We're nearly 5 wide into turn 1 for second and third place. This is absolutely fantastic until it goes drastically wrong. First 5, 6, 7, 8 cars through turn 1, no problems. Luke Maguire leading the way. In 4th place, we've got Jacob Reed. He's side by side, or he was. He's about to lose a position, I believe. No, he's attacking Peter Schultz. So apologies if this commentary is not brilliant, but it's all frantic as Stephen Fisher looking to get in on the action as well. Go on, Chris.
Matthew Chewson's out the race. He's our first retirement of today. Still 28 runners. Not many cars without a front wing. But what a fantastic start we've just described to you.
Yeah, well, as I said, and Eric Andre had a poor start. He was slow getting away. That allowed Luke Maguire into the lead. Peter Schultz in 3rd place with Stephen Fisher in 4th. He'll be on for a potentially good race. Further in the background, though, a spinner.
We're back live.
Okay, and as soon as Felix comes back, there's a big crash with Javier Torres as well. I tell you what, Felix, if you want to have a quick replay of the start,
Tom Van Egmond just spun round.
I'm not going to be able to have a replay, sorry.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
that's massively unfortunate. Go on, Chris, what have you got?
Yes, cars spinning all over the place at the minute. Tom Van Egmond just spun, and Clayton Brown has spun as well. So many cars encountering trouble on this first lap, but still only 1 retirement.
Yeah, pretty hectic start of this race. Luckily we are back live, and indeed Luke Maguire leading the race. Good start for Luke, and yeah, already pulling out a second of a gap to Eric Andre, and Peter Schultz is also having trouble to keep up with him.
Stephen Fisher in 4th is under a lot of pressure from Mitchie Hoyer in 5th, who's got Jacob Reed behind him. But yeah, Hoyer looking like he's going to be the first of the leading group to try and make a move. As he's trying to do it now, Stephen Fisher doesn't see him, turns in, and that's both of them facing slightly the wrong direction. That's unfortunate. Oh, Stephen Fisher. Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky. He'd have been better off staying put and waiting and waiting. It's painful to do it, but it means you don't hit anybody. I don't think he did, but there was a good chance of it.
Let's see here. We've got Blair Disley and Kevin Ryan battling a little bit with who's that? Jacob Reed losing a position there.
Banco just made a mistake. Under pressure there by Lucas Schmidt, who he just passed in the first sector. Yeah, Martin Stefanko not moving up the field as quickly as he has in previous sprint races.
Although the action kicking off, it's not kind of surprising. But I was wondering, Chris, with us not being able to see a replay, whether you'd be able to talk us through what happened to Matt Tucson and what did cause him to end up being a DNF.
Well, I didn't actually see it happen. I was flicking through the field and I just saw Matthew Tucson and Jan Vasily just sideways parked on the pit straight. So not sure what exactly happened.
We've got a huge crash. Ton van Egmond rolling, Rawhide.
Involved with that, it seems. Let's see if I can get a replay of that. It seemed pretty hectic there. Right, here we go on the replay. Whoa, what happened there? 3 wide there, Herbert Sparvis, Tom van Egmond and another car. Tom van Egmond there flown into the air. Multiple barrel rolls and his car definitely won't like that. And so Harris Parvez, as I said, involved with that. Very unfortunate to see 2 teammates collide.
Peter Schultz in 3rd place is getting very close to 2nd, and Eric Andre.
Omar Russell's DNF. What happened there? Omar Russell had a good start. It was already up to P15. So I don't know what happened to him. He was driving quite nicely and parked his car, so maybe again the desk broken or something. But unfortunate to see him DNF once again here in the sprint race. Bladisny now putting some pressure on Jacob Reed. Right behind them it is also Martin Stefanko. See, Bladisny not able to make the move stick, and now Martin Stefanko starting to challenge Blair. Ooh, really close defending there from Blair Disley. Martin Stefanko now has got a good exit out of the last corner. He's going to be able to make a pass on Blair Disley coming into turn 1. Here we go. Is he going to be able to do it around the outside? Here we go. And yes, he is. Great move there from Martin Stefanko. Going to be able to make it stick. Blair Disley really close to him. Right behind them it is also Lucas Schmidt joining in on the battle. So basically a battle for P5 with 4 cars in it.
I'm just keeping an eye on 2nd and 3rd place, so I'll give you a shout when that looks like it's anything's going to happen there.
Right, Bladisly, maybe he's going to be able to do something on Martin Stefanko here on the back straight. Martin Stefanko going defensive. Bladisly around the outside. Is he going to be able to make it stick? It locks up a little bit, and I think Martin Stefanko can make the corner first. So yep, Martin Stefanko pulls out in front of Bladisly. Bladisly now has to watch out for Lucas Schmidt locking up once again. His tires won't be liking that. But yeah, Martin Stefanko already plowing through the field up to 6th position.
Peter Schultz may be close enough to attack when they get to the next straight. He is very, very close, and he's bringing Kevin Ryan into the battle as well as they come around the final corner. We may have a little bit of action here as Peter Schultz gets a bit of a poor exit. He's got a good run in the straight line though. Is he going to have a look up the inside into turn 1? Yes, he is. He's having a look, but he can't do it. Action further behind though, 5th place.
Yep, Martin Stefanko. Trying around the outside again, but backs out very early, even before he's reached the apex. So Martin Stefanko,
Bladisly and Lucas Schmidt, and also Michi Hoyer now battling for that 7th position. Bladisly defending very hard for his position. Of course, the sprint races have been going quite well for Bladisly, at least in the beginning start of the Winter Series. He's won 3 of them. Gonna be difficult for him to win one now. Already 10 seconds almost between him and Luke McGuire, but
Kevin Ryan in position to make a move, having a look up the inside into the hairpin, side by side with Schultz, who gives him the space, but Ryan loses the rear end and nearly spins.
Luckily not into the path of Peter Schultz. But yeah, he lives for another day, and he can try once again in the start-finish straight maybe.
Martin Stefanko looking very, very hungry to get past Jacob Reed here.
Yep.
Trying around the outside. He's going to get the switch back.
Gonna try it.
Brad Hutchinson's just become a recent DNF. I didn't see what happened to him, but he is a DNF, and I think Ton van Egmond is still actually going. I'll check on that, but even with a roll, I think he's still going.
Surprised he's not suffering from vertigo after that.
Kevin Ryan having a look at the inside into turn 1. We saw him side by side a lot in the feature race, and there was a bit of a chat between Kevin Ryan and Michi Hoyer after that, but a nice move by Kevin Ryan to move himself up into 3rd place.
Battle for P5 shaping up quite nicely. 5 cars all battling for that P5 position. Yeah. Martin Stefanko still cannot get past Jacob Reed.
Just to update you as well, Ton van Egmond did retire the car. He did pit, so he was still going, but he has retired since, so probably too much damage on that. But yeah, this battle for 5th place onwards, absolutely cracking.
Yeah, we've heard of the Truly train, now we've got the Jacob Reed train. All slicing and dicing at the minute. Yeah, I think. Here we go.
On the outside, gonna be the inside for the next corner, so seems to be a good move right in the back there. There's also Michi Hoyer getting past Lucas Schmid. Good move from both of the ACR drivers there.
While this has been happening, Luke Maguire up at the front, he's managed to open himself up a 5.3 second lead, which he needs to do, and he needs to keep trying to stretch it, because if the likes of Kevin Ryan, Stefanko, Hoyer get into a bit of free air, they're going to be hunting him down. Kevin Ryan on the back of an Eric Andre quite closely, maybe I'll have a look into turn 1. Let's see that battle in the background as well. Yeah, opening up a little bit. Here we go then. Andre goes defensive, shows Kevin Ryan the outside line. He's had plenty of practice of this in the feature race, but he's not going to be able to do it, is he? He's holding it around the outside, but Andre keeps the position.
Yes, Stefanko still can't break away from Jacob Reed at the minute. That yeah, Jacob Reed's car seems to be very nicely balanced for straight line speed at the minute. He just can't seem to pull away from Jacob. So yeah, Stefanko's going to be under a bit of pressure coming down this back straight.
Kevin Ryan having another look on Andre. Andre going very, very defensive in the background. It looks like there might be a move going on there as well. But Kevin Ryan around the outside of the hairpin, loses the rear end under braking again, but now he's got the inside line for the left-hander, and into 2nd place he goes. Let's see, further back, it was Michi Hoyer, I think, coming under pressure from Schmidt, but managing to fend him off.
There's a yellow flag in sector 1, not sure what's happening there.
I don't know. He's watching a replay of that overtake. Good overtake there from Kevin Ryan.
Okay, further down the field, Stoyan Barbukov trying to make moves on Mark Hutchinson, which he's just managed to do. Big gaps down at the back. Danny van der Neet not too far behind Stephen Fisher. Oh, I tell you what though, 7th Blair Disley, and now 7th place. Is it Michi Hoyer? Yep, it is. We've got a back marker trying to get out of the way. So Michi Hoyer and Blair Disley get inside. There's cars off. Who was that? Hoyer Disley spins. What happened there?
I have no idea, but 2 cars parked in basically the worst parking spot in the whole entire
It was Andre and Ryan. It was Andre and Ryan that must have come together.
Yeah, Andre was on the inside. Bit of a late move. They were side by side though, and Kevin Ryan just turns in.
Let's see, no room. On the replay now. Andre goes up the inside, turn 1.
Luke Maguire's off. Luke Maguire's off. Sorry.
They spin around. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Luke Maguire at the hairpin. I don't know if he's just hit the back of somebody, but he's just had a big off. His gap is going to come down massively. Unless I'm mistaken and it was Peter Schultz. No, Peter Schultz was, it was a separate incident. He's lost the position to Stefanko. It's all kicking off here.
Yep. Yeah, Dimitrov just rammed into the back of Luke Maguire under braking for the hairpin. Wow, that's different. Luke Maguire's got to lap him now, so it's got to lap him again. So yeah, lapped car getting in the way.
Let's see on the replay there. I am pretty sure that the car there with the red eyes. Yeah, what the hell is that, man? Just a back marker ramming into the back of the leader. Absolutely horrible to see here.
But this is played right into the hands of Martin Stefanko. Like, massively. he was
Definitely.
P6 and now he's P2. So Martin Stefanko, biggest winner out of everyone's loss at the minute. So
Yep.
yeah, still got six odd laps to go now and 5-second gap.
Let's watch Michi Hoyer though, really close to the back of Jacob Reed at the moment. And I believe Kevin Ryan and Eric Andre are still battling it out as well for P7 right behind this.
Yeah, they are. I was just trying to catch up on some of the replays there.
Yeah.
I mean, what a mad lap and a half. Just looking right behind Stefanko, Schultz under a lot of pressure from 3 cars as Hoyer's having a look at trying to attack
marker.
Reed. It is a back marker. I think that might be the back marker that made contact with the leader Maguire. The only upside for Maguire is he had a 5-second lead and it's just under 5 seconds now. The problem is he had about a 9 to 10 second lead on gap over Stefanko, which is now 5 seconds. But yeah, what a mad couple of laps. I mean, the incident between Ryan and Andre, that just kicked off a whole load of drama. And then for Luke Maguire, he could have ended up with a massive, monstrous lead. But now that's just all completely gone, as Ryan and Andre still battling with a back marker.
Yeah, can I just add, how many times have we seen, this Winter Series, leaders getting taken out by back markers?
Too much?
Yeah.
I don't know how much, but here we go. Michi Hoyer is going to attack Jacob Reed coming into turn 1. Is he going to be able to pull it out around the outside once again? And yes, he does. Great move once again by Michi Hoyer. Picking up his next target. It's going to be... was that...
Jacob Reed's facing the wrong way. He spun around.
Oh, what happened there?
I wasn't watching. I was looking at one of my other monitors. But yeah, he's now down to 8th place.
What has happened to Jacob? He just got passed by Michi Hoyer. And did he just
he just spun it.
He just spun it, clipped the inside curb and spun the car around. Luckily not into the path of anybody else, because it's quite a high-speed section there of the track.
Schultz and Hoyer side by side at the hairpin. Schultz got the inside line for the left-hander. Hoyer going all the way around the outside. Nice move getting on the exit curb though. Little bumpy out there, but manages to take that 3rd place. Let's see, Stefanko's got the lead down to 3 seconds
he's
now.
Closing in rapidly.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that Luke Maguire hasn't got damage on his car. Potential of a victory here. He's got 5 laps, a gap of 3 seconds, and it's coming down way too quick for him, I think.
Yeah, and these tyres can just make it to the end, so let's see who, could it be a factor of tyre wear? He's lost 8 tenths on that lap compared to his previous best, so yeah. Luke Maguire struggling, smoking the tyres at the exit of turn 1, so yeah, we know Martin Stefanko is slightly better on tyre wear than most drivers, so
well, the thing that's going to hurt Maguire as well is, the tyres will make this race distance if you have no problems. You have an incident like he did where he gets hit and spun, and a heat cycle put through the tyres. It could take half a lap to a lap off him, so he may struggle even more towards the end.
Yeah, he's going off the track. There's a car spinning there. Don't know who that was, but yeah, 2.4 seconds now. So this is coming down quite quickly. We could see a last lap dash, really.
I'm watching Blair Disley getting past Jacob Reed, at least trying to get past Jacob Reed. Battle for P8 at the moment. Jacob had a good exit before the back straight. Let's see if Blair can attack up the inside, coming into the hairpin. No, not really. He's gonna have to try it somewhere else. Peter Schultz and Lucas Schmidt also side by side. Schmidt got him past Schultz, but is Schultz gonna give up on that? Really close to the back of Lucas Schmidt there, trying it around the outside. Maybe try the cutback here. Is he gonna be able to get past? No, not really.
1.2 seconds now is the gap at the front.
Martin is driving, what is it, the second lap quicker than Luke?
Yeah. Luke is struggling with understeer because he's running wide at every corner now.
Yeah, Berdishley might be able to try once again, coming into turn 1 now. Jacob Reed not going defensive, well, maybe forced by Belair a little bit to go defensive, but Yeah, Gladys, he's not able to get past Jacob Reed so far.
Less than a second now
Yep.
between the leaders.
Yeah, last laps between the two of them is about a 1.2 second difference, and Stefanko all over the back of him now. This is where it's time for Luke Maguire to show what he's like with his defensive driving. That's not going to help running wide. You don't want to be out there too often. We've seen a lot of drivers spin on curbs today.
Here we go, Stefanko, good exit. Luke Maguire, is he going to be able to defend from him? So far, yes. But Martin is looking very, very aggressive.
Yeah, Martin's just got to play his cards right now. He just needs to wait for his time, because it looks like Luke's definitely struggling with tyres.
Yep, coming out of the last corner now. Ooh, really, really bad exit there from Luke Maguire. And Martin might already be passed before the first corner. Well, they're going side by side for now. Let's see who's going to be the first one to exit that first corner. I think it's going to be Martin Stefanko. Yes, it is indeed. Martin Stefanko back in the lead.
Schultz and Ryan side by side into turn one. No, there's contact between the two of them. They're both still facing the right direction, but a few end plates went flying there. I'm not sure if that was Ryan just not giving enough room, or Schultz turning in a little bit sooner than Ryan was expecting, but Ryan now up to 5th place.
Wesley finally got past Jacob Reed, and Jacob has now got to watch out for Stephen Fisher as well.
One person we haven't talked about much this sprint race is Michi Hoyer. He's closing in on the back of Luke Maguire at the minute.
Not only that, he's closing in on Stefanko.
True, yeah, exactly.
Well, he's got to make it quick then. Only 2.5 laps remaining in this race.
Michi's slowing the car quite a lot, if I'm honest.
Jacob Reed now already got passed by Mr. Fisher.
I tell you what, if the gap between Stefanko and Luke Maguire is anything less than 4 seconds at the end of this race, if I was Luke Maguire, I'd be annoyed. I'm going to use the word annoyed instead of a different one. I'd be annoyed. And whoever that back marker was, I'd be hoping I'd be getting a message off them, because if I don't get one within about 12 hours, I'm going to be sending one, as Hoyer is latching onto the back of him now. May have a look towards turn one. He's gaining, looks up the inside. Is he going to go for it? He does have a look. Maguire gives him the space, but he's still fighting the position, and he's done quite well to hold on to second for a moment there. Lap 2, or 2 laps to go. Let's see how he gets on.
Yeah, Luke leaving the door over there a little bit coming into turn 1. Michi is really looking to be eager to get past as quick as possible. Not the best exit here for Michi Hoyer down the back straight. Has got a good slipstream though, so he might be able to pull off something coming into the hairpin. Here we go. Around the outside, we've seen him do it a couple of times already, and he does it again. Great move there from Michi Hoyer. Up to second position he goes. A little bit of a twitch there on the exit. Luckily he keeps the car pointed in the right direction. Now his aim will be Martin Stefanko. Very difficult though. 3.5 seconds, 1.5 laps. I don't think he's gonna be able to close in that much. But we will have to see. I mean, Martin Stefanko is also still a human. He can make mistakes.
Oh, please say you haven't commentated cursed him now.
On the last lap.
On the last lap of the last race of the Winter Series.
Who knows? Yeah, last lap starting for Stefanko. This is also pretty close to Eric Andre at the moment still. Our pole position man dropping down to 7th position, and maybe even 8th if Blair gets past this lap. I think it's
going to be able for Michel to close that gap in.
Just seen Josh Radford had a bit of a spin and retire his car. Didn't hit anything, just had a spin and escape. But here comes Blair Disley on Andre. Is he quick enough in a straight line to attack? I don't think he is. Let's see where Stefanko is. I'll let you know. Well, he's on the final. Yeah. He's not on the start-finish straight. You're all right. I'll let you know when he is.
Yeah, tyres have definitely gone off right now because they're 1.5 seconds slower than what they were.
Yellow flags. Somebody ran out of fuel or something. It was very slow driving. No, he's still driving, but I don't know who that was. Is it Kevin
Stefanko's coming around the last corner now to take the victory here again.
Yep, indeed. Stefanko taking the sprint race victory as well. Good job there from the Czech. Very, very nice driving once again. And that's still going hard, I believe, between P8 and basically battle for P8. It's going to be a run to the line. Steven Fischer. Who did win that? I did not. Eric. And Eric Andre was 6th. Blair Disley 7th. And Steven Fischer 8th. I want to see the gaps between those finishing times. That must have been like 2 tenths or something. Yep, 0.029 tenths between Blair Disley and Eric Andre coming over the line. Very, very close finish there between those 3 guys. Danny van der Niet takes home 10th position. Dan Kempergate comes home 11th. And Mark Hutchinson right in front of Stojan Barbukov comes home in 12th. And Callum Wilson coming through the last sector now for 14th place finish.
And I don't know if you'll see it, but Jacob Reed ran out of fuel on the exit of the final corner and he's being pushed over the line by Javier Torres, who sort of said, come on mate, you got all this weight. I think Jacob Reed must have been, I don't know, 11th, 12th, something like that. Well, he's not at the final corner, my apologies, but on the final lap he has run out of fuel. He was in about 12th place, he's now down in 16th, and he's being helped to the finish line by Javier Torres, who's being quite friendly, shall we say. Nice to see.
Great sportsmanship from Javier here. Helping his fellow colleague driver to the finish line.
Now, how cruel would it be if Torres ran out of fuel at this point? It would be very, very cruel. But what a beautiful moment in motorsport. If there's ever contact between cars, this is the only time you really want to see it. Well, fair play to the both of them. But what a race we had there. Unfortunately, the viewers couldn't see the start as these guys do cross the finish line. Well done to the pair of those. Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't see the start. It was chaos. It was a very interesting start to the race. Luke Maguire, though, how devastated will he be? Fantastic start for him. Ran away and then caught up by a back marker, which, I mean, would he have still been able to win the race? Who knows? But I'm sure that'll play on his mind.
Yeah, definitely. Very unfortunate for Luke Maguire. Let's hope the backmarker does give his apologies to him. Of course, there's nothing else to say than that it was entirely his fault.
Yeah, I mean, something that has been talked about quite a bit in the chat rooms and the forums is about brake marker boards. It's something I just want to quickly mention. I mean, some people have said, "Oh, the brake marker boards have been knocked down, and I missed my braking point because that's gone. I didn't know where to brake." Which some people may go, okay, that's understandable, but you've always, as a driver, got to have a secondary and perhaps even a third reference point on the circuit. I know for myself, I don't tend to go on brake marker boards. I tend to go on something that is fixed, something on the track, something that never moves, because then it doesn't matter if someone runs over it because it's never going to move. So for many people, hearing that reasoning of, oh, well, the brake marker board was not down and I missed my braking point, it's like, okay, I can understand it, but I'm still annoyed.
Yeah, I think same goes for me. But yeah, those things happen, unfortunately. But that's also something that goes with experience, and that's of course what what the Winter Series has been for. Unfortunately, it is. This has been it for the 2017 Winter Series. I have really enjoyed myself. Martin Stefanko has taken the championship. I don't know exactly what the standings
are 100%. I know that Martin Stefanko has definitely won it. I don't know if Michi Hoyer closed that gap to Blair Dishley in the second position. But yeah, it's been a great season, Winter Series here, and I think if there are guys that have been really enjoyed by watching this, and they think they can do it themselves as well, then I would suggest go to our forums, www.formula-simracing.net. Go to the forums, and the same cars are used in the 2017 AMA series. So you can just scroll down and click on the AMA series, and you can find a lot of information about it there. Somebody in the chat asking, so does Stefanko win a license for free? Yes, Stefanko gets a free license for the 2017 season. So yeah, that's good for him. I mean, definitely if you're driving for WC, those are not cheap.
Definitely not, and well done to him on that. I mean, for people that are considering getting involved in the Winter Series next season, then yes, that could be one of the perks to getting involved with it. But even if you have been watching this, as Felix says, hit the links, get involved, and have a look at the AMA series that will be coming for the 2017 season.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's about time to wrap this up for the last time this Winter Series season. Chris, have you got anything to add still?
No, I thought it was a pretty good Winter Series. I think it went better than expected in terms of drama on the first lap, especially towards later stages of the season. But yeah, it's been a really good one.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing has been that it's just been so popular. I think we never had a field less than 25 drivers all season. So definitely very, very nice to see that there is a lot of interest here for the FSR season 2017. And yeah, I just want to say the 2017 season is going to be starting in, 3 weeks time. We've said it earlier today already. Unfortunately, the start of the season has been postponed. We're gonna start 1 or 2 weeks later than we were planned to start. So we are gonna start with Bahrain in the weekend of 19 March. So yeah, I hope to see you all there. I hope to speak to you guys in the commentary booth once again as well. And until then, I guess I just have to say take care, drive safe, and yeah, see you then.